Here is a taste of history, Black Wall Street. Sit back and get comfortable and listen carefully, and learn the sickening truth about American history. This will take a strong minute, but the truth needs to be told. This is the serious part of our program. Nothing will be funny or humorous in this segment. During the oil boom of the 1910s, the area of northeast Oklahoma's Greenwood district around Tulsa flourished, known as Black Wall Street. This nickname for this community was given by the famed Black American author and educator, Booker T. Washington. This town was self-contained and sufficient, and one of the most prosperous Black American communities in the United States. Since it was against the law for blacks to shop at white-owned stores, black businesses flourished. Everything changed May 31st of that year, known as the 1921 Tulsa Massacre. The town's Tribune reported that a black man attempted to rape a white woman. The story was a lie, but it didn't matter. It just gave whites a reason to kill and destroy. Before there was any investigation into the matter, a mob of white people set fire to and bombed hundreds of black-owned businesses and homes in Greenwood. More than 300 black people were killed and 800 were injured. It was a murderous massacre of men, women, and children. White people were on a serious killing spree of innocent, defenseless blacks, all due to hate, jealousy, and envy of their success. More than 10,000 black people were left homeless, and 40 blocks were left smoldering. Survivors recounted black bodies loaded on trains and dumped off bridges into the Arkansas River. Neither the survivors nor their families ever received the reparations suggested by the Tulsa Race Commission. The commission recommended reparations for people who lost property. It never manifested into a tangible reality. Despite its significance as the worst race riot massacre, it actually was a mass murder, not a riot in America. It remains a mystery to many. Just as most heinous crimes committed by whites during those times, they got away free, and they tried to wipe it from history, as they do with most things concerning crimes by whites done to black people. At the time of the riot, there were 15 well-known black American physicians, one of whom, Dr. A.C. Jackson, was considered the most able Negro surgeon in America by the Mayo brothers. Dr. Jackson was shot to death as he surrendered on his porch during the unrest. Black Wall Street was rebuilt and thrives with more than 100 more black American businesses than there were before the massacre itself, until the 1960s, when desegregation allowed blacks to shop in areas from which they were previously restricted. Tulsans scarcely spoke of this traumatic event. No one dared to address it through education. Textbooks omitted references to this ugly chapter in American history, as is done with all horrific crimes by whites against black Americans. It wasn't until 1998 that authorities began investigating the claims of mass graves. This is another example of black American history that has been lost, forgotten, or betrayed, an ugly side of American history too conveniently swept under the rug. What's ironic is that Trump and people like Ron DeSantis is trying to wipe out black history in this country and cover up the ugliness, and don't want people to know the truth. Our history books taught in schools are full of lies and omissions, and the school board permits black history to only be an elective rather than it being mandatory because there is no American history without black history. We will be sharing many things here because the truth needs to be known, and our news program will expose things that may be shocking and disturbing. This history needs to be told, and we will expose it in our segment called Unknown Facts of History in America. I'm Terrell Fairplay reporting for Simply Raw News. It's true American history you will learn about that's not taught in school, that has been covered up, lied about, and omitted in school history books. We tell you that black people suffer from PTSD and Stockholm Syndrome, and many have no clue this condition is passed down from generations, such as teaching our children how to deal with police, an entity birthed from slavery overseers making sure they didn't escape. Hate-infested America has been in control of the narrative of black people for hundreds of years. They have spread their lies over many nations. They have spread falsehoods concerning how dangerous our men are, when in fact, history proves just the opposite, with most cases being instances of self-defense. There is much more work to do socially, legally, and politically. Always remember the real victims and the damage inflicted on them. Our people, Black people, continue to suffer from post-traumatic syndrome, and the evidence of daily life proves it. Constant looking around for cops, and if you get pulled over, you don't know if you will be beaten past recognition or killed once in their custody. Walking in a store, Black people are followed and assume they are there to steal. Being looked at unfavorably due to white racist lies and feeling out of place just about everywhere you go. Not knowing if you will be treated fairly or with respect with doctors, in court, on the job. What about education? A real education without the lies in American history books passed down to our children. Tell the real true stories of how America was built on the backs of Black people, from its wealth to its status. And what about Black contributions? And let's not get into the compensation for hate-infested American theft of land, murders, hangings, rape and mental, verbal and physical abuse, and the defamation of our character, which is part of the reason many of us can't move on due to people denying us what we deserve and blocking us on many levels. There are so many hidden, underhanded secrets and ways used to stand in the way of the larger masses of our people becoming successful. The list is unending. We address various acts of abuse, but Blacks are abused people and our issues remain ignored and unresolved. How do we repair ourselves internally and seek permanent remedies for healing? For every strike, every insult, every assault, Blacks see televised, it furthers the depth of our abuse and inhibits our ability to heal. Reverse the scenario. If Blacks frequently openly abuse whites, would you love them? And here is where we are with white America.